WVBF.
And now it's time for the Sounds of the Emerald Isle with Jim Larkin. Join us every Sunday for Irish music, comedy, and fun. You can call Jim at 508-822-1106. And now here's Jim with the Sounds of the Emerald Isle.
Earls and weaver, I'm a rash and a roving blade. I've got silver in my pouches, and I followed a roving trade.
That's Nancy Whiskey here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle, done by a group, and they are called Celtic Rebels. I'm called Jim Larkin. This is Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Welcome to the show. 2 hours of Irish music, some Irish comedy, and some live music this afternoon. In the studio, we have Joe MacDonald. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Jim. Nice to be back up here.
Yeah, it's great to have you again.
Yeah.
How have you been?
I've been busy, but I've been good. You know.
Oh, that's good.
I've been busy with the grandkids and
yeah.
A few gigs here and there.
Oh yeah.
Just getting over the flu. Life is good.
You sing a lot down the Cape.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I sing all over. Any place they'll have me.
Uh-huh.
They're somewhat limited, but any place they'll let me in the door, I show up.
That's always good.
Yeah.
And you sing Irish tunes and
I
you
sing Irish,
a little bit of everything,
stuff.
don't you?
Americana.
Americana, yeah. Yeah.
So, a little bit of everything that I picked up over the last 50 years.
Yeah. Well, you do a fine job.
Well, thank you very much. Some is okay, but
I know you're a busy guy too. I see you post all the time. You're singing in this place, that place, and I don't know any of these places down the Cape anymore.
Oh, they've all changed since you've been down there. I remember when you used to be down Amons.
At Amons in Dennisport, yeah. That was 20 plus years ago.
Oh, geez, at least.
Back then, you only got stuff in the summertime.
Yeah,
now it seems like everyone's going year round, right?
Yeah, I had Clancy's, and that was
you own
year
Clancy's,
round.
that's right.
I started that. And,
yeah.
And then Michael Patrick's, that was 20-some odd years ago. So
yeah.
We did have a year round, but now I'm busy. Actually, when I get through here today, I'm going back down to the Irish Village and play for the Chili Fest for the AMVETs down there.
Oh yeah.
We do a lot of work for the veterans, wounded warriors, and veterans, etc. So,
right. That's fantastic, Joe.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's my avocation in life.
Yeah.
My kind of paved my way into heaven.
So how did you find the time? I mean, you were a state police officer for how many years?
I was on for 20 years. Yeah.
For 20 years, plus you owned some Irish pubs.
I had Clancy's, I had Michael Patrick's, I had one other golf course down there.
And that's one busy guy.
Yeah, well, had to feed the kids, Jim.
Yeah, I guess you did. Yeah. When did you ever have time for Joe MacDonald?
I guess I just enjoyed working with the kids.
Yeah.
Right now, I've got 10 grandkids, so I'm
that's
going to all
amazing.
The hockey games.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 10 grandkids. Wow.
I'm not complaining about any of that.
No, not at all. That's fantastic. So how about a live tune, Joe?
Okay.
All right, we're going to have a live tune with Joe MacDonald. What are you going to sing, Joe?
You know, I don't know. I never had a set list. I've never used one, but oh, the little boats are gone from the breast of Anlafee. Ferryman is stranded on the quay, and the Dublin docks are dying, and a way of life is gone. And Molly, it was hard for you and me, where the strawberry bed sweep down to the Liffey. You kiss away the worries from me brow, and I'll love you well today, and I'll love you more tomorrow. If you've ever loved me, Molly, love me now. It's the only job I know. It was hard but never lonely. The Liffey ferry made a man of me. Now it's gone without a whisper. It's forgotten even now. And it's over, Molly, can't you see? Where the strawberry bed sweep down to the Liffey. You kiss away the worries from me brow, and I'll love you well today, and I'll love you more tomorrow. If you've ever loved me, Molly, love me now. Oh, now I spend me days a-talking, and I hear them whisper Charlie's on the door. But Molly, we're still living, darling, we're still young, and that river never owned me heart and soul. Where the strawberry bed sweep down to the Liffey, you kiss away the worries from me brow. And I'll love you well today, and I'll love you more tomorrow. If you've ever loved me, Molly, love me now. Where the strawberry bed sweep down to the Liffey, you kiss away the worries from me brow. I'll love you well today, and I'll love you more tomorrow. If you've ever loved me, Molly, love me now. If you've ever loved me, Molly, love me now. Ferryman, thank you, Jim.
Great job, Jim MacDonald. Yeah, Pete St. John. What a great song by a great writer. He's written some phenomenal.
You know his name is not St. John?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, but now that you said that, I can't tell you what his real name is.
I think it's, I want to say Peter Kenny or something like that.
Okay, I knew it wasn't Pete St. John, but...
I thought that was a terrible attempt for early canonization.
Yeah, that's a good point. Great writer, though. He's written some phenomenal songs. He had a period where he was on fire with some of these great tunes. Yeah, boy.
Good stuff, all good stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, Joe MacDonald, we'll be hearing more live tunes here. We had a request from South Yarmouth for a song.
Who was that?
Tim in South Yarmouth called and asked if we would have you sing Red-Haired Mary. So,
Tim used to be a bartender at a place called the Old Inn, and he's a red-haired guy. He's a great kid, but he said that was his family's favorite song. His name is Tim Sheehan, and that was his favorite song, Red-Haired Mary.
Was he in the plumbing business?
No. He used to be in the movie business, actually.
Oh, he did? Okay, because I went to high school with a guy named Tim Sheehan. Yeah. He owned a business, Sheehan Plumbing. He had
You don't remember this guy?
No, I guess I don't.
Let me tell you, a quick little anecdote about Tim. I went to a concert in Boston, one of my favorite concerts, about a year and a half ago, with Chris Christopherson, probably my all-time favorite writer. And Timmy used to date one of his daughters.
Oh, really?
So he knew him.
Oh.
So I got to meet him before the show at the Old Wilbur Theater and after the show. And on the way home, just before we left, Timmy took a picture of Chris and I, you know. Mm-hmm. And I said, I can't wait to see this. I'm going to have it blown up to mural size and hang it on my wall. You know, and at 70, you don't hero worship too many people, but I really like Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
Well, when Timmy took the picture, he had his finger over the lens, so the picture never came out.
Oh, that's a shame.
So I've never forgiven him for that.
Right, absolutely.
We may play Red-Haired Mary.
All right, well, we're talking to Joe MacDonald here today on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. We'll have some more live music in just a little while, and if you like this kind of music, let your friends know they can get it every Sunday right here from noon to 2 on 1530 AM WVBF, hometowntalkradio.com on the internet. And if you have any trouble listening to us anywhere in the world, or you have a problem on the Hometown Talk Radio getting it, you can go to my website, and there's a link there that doesn't require you to install any players. So you go to www.irishradio.homestead.com and look for the link that says listen to WVBF worldwide anytime. And today's show is brought to you by Emerald Isle Imports, great Irish shop in Whitman, where they have the best prices west of Ireland. Also by Beam and Structural Repair in Whitman. D'Agostino Insurance in Brockton, great insurance agency, they'll come to you. St. Joseph's Manor in Brockton. And Frida's great restaurant in West Bridgewater. Some of the sponsors of today's edition of Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Now let's hear from the Irish Rovers and a song they have called Graceville Fair. Okay, let me see if I can find you.
Well, I used to be a rover and a ramble over town, and I never
see.
Jim Larkin with a touch of
9.
Add a little bit of Irish craft and culture to your shopping list this year with a stop into the Emerald Isle shop. Paul and Pat Lane have been bringing back the finest Irish goods from Ireland for over 20 years. You'll find a unique selection of items including hand-knit and loom sweaters, Irish food, jewelry, and many more unique items. Maybe this is the year for a Connemara Marble Lucky Stone. See all that the Emerald Isle shop has to offer on Marble Street off Route 27 in Whitman. Call the shop at 781-447-2919 for their business hours. 781-447-2919.
Beam & Structural Repair is a Massachusetts and Rhode Island company whose over 50 years of experience allows them to save what others cannot, thereby saving you thousands and even tens of thousands of your hard-earned dollars. Beam & Structural Repair's team of specialized craftsmen bring workmanship and attention to detail to a new level, whether it be repairing your home, garage, or barn. Examples of Beam & Structural Repair's expertise include post and carrying beam repair, sill replacement, barn restorations, buildings jacked, foundations repaired, termite and carpenter ant damage remediated, remodeling, porches, new home, and office construction. Call Walt Murphy at Beam & Structural Repair, specializing in residential and industrial structural repairs, for an estimate at 800-732-8330. And you'll be amazed at how he'll save you time, money, and your structure. Located in Whitman, Mass., Beam & Structural Repair is licensed, insured, a Better Business Bureau member, and has an extensive list of references. Call Walt Murphy at 800-732-8330 today, 800-732-8330.
As a business in the Metro South region, have you wondered whether you have the right insurance in this dynamic business environment? Confused? You should be. How much? What kind? How big a deductible? RFD Agostino Insurance helps business cut the fat and waste in their insurance bill. RFD Agostino Insurance Agency, simple, straight talk about your needs, no matter how large or small your business is. As an agent for carriers, Mark and his staff at RFD Agostino shop around for the best plan and rates for your business. For 2 generations, RFD Agostino Insurance has been servicing the southern New England region. If you can't get to RFD Agostino Insurance, call 800-698-0414 and Mark DiAgostino will come to you. You need to visit RFD Agostino at their new location at 7 Christie Drive off Pleasant Street with easy access to Route 24 in Brockton. Plenty of parking and ready to serve all of your business, residential, and personal insurance needs. Call 800-698-0414 today. You and your pocketbook will be glad you did.
1530 WVBF Talk Radio. They say don't go on Wolverton Mountain.
So,
if you're looking
download
for
the
a
news.
while,
When are you
I'm
gonna
gonna take the girl I love. I don't care about Clifton Towers. I'm gonna climb up on the mountain. I'm gonna get the one I love.
That's Foster and Allen here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle on WVBF 1530, Taunton, Middleborough, and on the internet, hometowntalkradio.com. My name is Jim Larkin. Joining me today is Joe MacDonald. Hey, Joe.
Jim, that song brought back old memories.
I know it did, at Wolverton Mountain, about Mr. Clifton Clowes. Tell us your connection with that Clifton Clowes guy.
Well, there wasn't much of a conversation, but I was playing at a gig in a place called Mark Kelly's in Blytheville, Arkansas, and I believe it was 62. And
that was your first singing job, too, wasn't it?
My first singing job. I think we were getting paid $5 an hour.
Wow.
That could have been $5 for the full group. But,
yeah.
But anyway, it was a bunch of us in the bass, and we went to this place, Mark Kelly's, and the place was packed. It's the first time I ever saw a stage that had the screen in front of it.
Wow.
You know, the beer bottle screen.
Right.
But I went in there, and the only tables available, chairs available, was at one table over in the corner with one guy sitting there with his back to us, wearing bib overalls, no shirt. So I said to the bartender, so there's a couple of chairs there we can grab. And the bartender said, I wouldn't go near him. You know who that there is? I said, no, who? That there's Clifton Clowes. I said, the guy in the song? That's him.
Clifton Clowes.
So I said, well, he'll give us a chair. So I walked over, and I went to grab a chair and asked him if I could take one. and in front of him was a Bowie knife about that high stuck in the table. So anyway, I just turned around and decided to leave the chair where it was.
Yeah, I don't really need that chair.
No, I'd rather stand. I'm a young guy. Yeah.
Boy, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's the first time I ever saw him. If it was him,
Yeah.
I don't know whether the bartender would say that if it wasn't. But
I don't think he would.
and that
Not
was the
in
way it was down here in
62.
1962.
I know,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was,
absolutely. And that song, by the way, that was done by Foster and Allen, a very popular Irish group.
Right.
It was originally a hit in this country for a guy named Claude King.
Claude King, right.
Yeah,
right, that's
he
right.
made that. That's a cool song.
Yeah.
My favorite version of that song actually is by an old folk group from the 60s, the Brothers Four.
Oh, really? Yeah?
Yeah, they're one of the only folk groups of the 60s, late 50s that have all their members that are still alive.
Really?
Although they're not all singing together anymore.
Right,
There's
right.
only one original still singing, but
Yeah.
and I think most of the 60s folk groups, a lot of them have most of their members are dead, but not the Brothers Four. They're still very much alive.
Is
all
he
four of
wearing
them.
a rug now? The guy that's still, the last guy that's still alive?
Bob Flick is his name.
yeah.
Big, tall guy,
Yeah.
6'4", plays the bass.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeez.
I love that group, by the way.
Yeah, they were great.
I love the folk
Great
music.
harmonies.
Oh, the harmonies were incredible. They, yeah.
There was some good stuff back then.
Yeah, that matter of fact, that group, two of the guys were Irish Americans, and they're huge in Japan. They have been Japan and Russia
No fooling, yeah.
since the early '60s. Those have been two hot spots for them where their records sell out. They can't bring enough copies with
Yeah.
them, and their concerts sell out. And
Wow.
it's amazing.
That's
And thanks to YouTube, you can see all these videos
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know. And you can see videos of Joe MacDonald. You got a great web page, and some of your videos from your performances are there. And from the last time that we got together on the radio, there's a few nice tunes there. And maybe from today's show, we're going to have those on the internet as well. So
It'll be fun, yeah.
Absolutely.
Get some nice comments, you know. Great show, great state. I wasn't aware it was in existence
Oh,
till
really?
you called me.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to it on Sundays since the last time I was on. We got phone calls from Ireland, California.
Oh, I know,
I
yeah.
thought it was,
Yeah.
and now I get correspondence from those folks and you
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
by Facebook.
Yep.
It's amazing.
You know, with the internet has just changed
Yeah.
Communications unbelievably.
Geez, and I have to call my grandkids to load up a site or something. I have to call them to ask about an email.
Yeah.
Incidentally, it's my grandson Michael's 18th birthday today.
Well,
Happy birthday, Mike.
happy birthday,
I know you're
Michael.
not listening, you're at hockey practice, but...
Well, we'll make sure we get a copy of this show
Right,
to you
right.
so he can see it and hear it.
Right.
Yeah. So what are we going to do?
Well, my buddy Timmy called, so
Okay.
I'll see if I can work my way through Red-Haired Mary.
Joe MacDonald here on 1530 WVBF, Taunton, Middleborough.
While going to the fair at Dingle, one fine morning last July, while walking down the road before me, a red-haired girl I chanced to spy. I looked at her, I said, young lady, me donkey he can carry two. Well, seeing's how you have the donkey, to the Dingle Fair I'll ride with you. Now when we reached the town of Dingle, to this fair maid I said goodbye, when a tinkerman stepped up beside me. I felt it in me in my left eye. Heave your hands up, Red-Haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll see the priest this very morning, and tonight we'll lie in a married bed. Now I was feeling kind of peevish, my black eye was sad and so I gently tapped him with me hobnails. Oh, and he fell back through the Murphy's door. Keep your hands up, Red-Haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll see the priest this very morning, and tonight we'll lie in a married bed. Now a policeman, he stepped up beside me. Young man, said he, you broke the law. Me donkey kicked him in the kneecap. He fell down and broke his jaw. Keep your hands up, Red-Haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll see the priest this very morning, and tonight we'll lie in a married bed.
Hello.
Now the policeman brother come up beside me. Oh, the biggest man you ever did meet. He gently tapped me with his knuckles. Oh, and I was minus 2 front teeth. Keep your hands up, Red-Haired Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll be the priest this very morning, and tonight we'll lie in a merry bed. Now the redhead girl come up beside me.
Okay.
She looked at me, young man, she said, we'll forget the priest this very morning, and tonight we'll lie in Murphy's shed. Keep your hands up, redhead Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll forget the priest this very morning, and tonight we'll lie in Murphy's shed. Now we run together through the fair, my black eye and her red hair. We gently mingle with the tinkers, ah, begod, we were a handsome pair. Keep your hands up, redhead Mary, her and I will soon be wed. We'll forget the priest this very morning, oh, tonight we'll lie in Murphy's shed. That's for you, Tim.
Joe MacDonald, great job, Joe. Great song written by Sean McCarthy here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Here's another guy I've had on the radio several times. He comes over from Ireland with his family, and he comes on the radio show, and they sing some songs, and they're all on YouTube. The entire shows, as a matter of fact, of Pat Kelleher. And here's a great song that Pat and his son Ricky do. It's a song written by one of the most famous folk singers of all times, a guy named Pete Seeger, who is almost 94 years old, and this guy still sings. He still does benefits. He still is a champion for just about any cause. He's a wonderful guy, and here's a song that he wrote called My Rainbow Race. This guy never gives up on the human race, Pete Seeger. And this is a song he wrote back in the 60s, My Rainbow Race, and it's done here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle by Pat and Ricky Kelleher. Got a request for you to do a Get Well song for Kathy. Kathy from Brockton, yeah.
One blue sky
Get well.
above us.
Maybe Christopherson or whatever.
She's sick.
I think she had some kind of surgery. She said I could hardly hear her because it's not easy talking on the phone.
Yeah.
But
Get well, the Kathy.
yeah, it could be. It doesn't have to be a Get Well song. Anything you want to sing, just to, Today you're the man, so whatever you decide is fine with me, and I imagine with the audience too. So.
When you're down, oh my soul so weary. I love that song. I don't know if it's too heavy.
I wouldn't think so. That is Mr. Pat Kelleher on Sounds of the Emerald Isle on WVBF 1530 Taunton, Middleborough.
Unlike the New England weather, Frida's commitment to quality ingredients, innovative dishes, and great service never changes. Come on over to Frida's at 105 Copeland Street in West Bridgewater and enjoy a local tradition by having lunch or dinner there. Frida's has been family-owned and operated for over 25 years thanks to loyal diners like you. Everything at Frida's is fresh and prepared there. Plan to join them for lunch or dinner Tuesday through Saturday. They open at 11:30 a.m. or for Sunday dinner when they open at 4 p.m. Have a party or special event coming up? Let Frida's Fine Food and Spirits cater your next event. It's all at Frida's Fine Food and Spirits, where the tradition continues. Check them out on the web at fridasrestaurant.com. Stop by and say hello to Steve and the fine staff at Frida's at 105 Copeland Street in West Bridgewater. That's Frida's Fine Food and Spirits. St. Joseph Manor. Did you know in addition to long-term care, St. Joseph Manor offers rehabilitation, post-hospital care, short-term, and respite care? St. Joseph Manor is a community of care and a place that works toward making their residents feel welcome, well-known, and where life is worth living. St. Joseph Manor provides short-term rehabilitation, skilled care, including physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, pain management, wound care, intravenous therapy, hospice care, and individual care planning. When caretakers need to rejuvenate or travel, St. Joseph Manor can care for your loved one overnight or for an extended stay. That's St. Joseph Manor at 215 Thatcher Street in Brockton. Call 508-583-5834 or online at sjmbrockton.org. Quality and excellence, respect and integrity for the needs of the whole person, body, mind, and spirit are the commitments of St. Joseph Manor. Call them at 508-583-5834 today. St. Joseph Manor, where hearts are full and love is overflowing.
Oh, what? would you do if you married a soldier? What would I do but to follow the gun? And what would you do if he died in the ocean? What would I do but to marry again?
Music by the Clancy Brothers and Tommy Makem from 1966 here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. It's called What Would You Do If You Married a Soldier? Joe MacDonald's with me. Hey, Joe.
Good to be up here again.
Hey, it's great to have you, and we love your music. And we don't get to see you play up this part of the woods too often. You're mostly down the Cape. What are some of the places you're playing down there?
I play a lot at McGrath. I play a lot at Flynn's in Sagamore. Great little pub. That's the one I told you, had 42 beers on tap.
And 47 seats? Yeah.
And 47 seats.
Yeah, that's...
and great food.
An Irishman's dream.
Oh, it really is.
That is great.
It's a great little place, well run, and the food's terrific, and it's always jammed.
Oh, yeah.
And I play at McGrath and Hyannis a lot. They're great people. I play a lot, the Sons of Erin, one of my favorites. That's like playing your own living room.
Yep.
And I used to play at the Old Inn a lot, and the Lost Dog. So there's plenty of places for me to play down there. You know, I just get to... And we also play at Giardino's. Now, that family used to own the Juniper Lounge in Brockton. You're probably familiar with that.
Right.
But the Giardino family owns it, and I play there every Wednesday and Thursday with Greg Buckley, who was a stalwart of the Irish scene up here in Brockton, and a great guy.
Yeah.
So we share the mic there.
Yeah.
And we're talking about maybe going some Saturday nights there. And we get great crowds. And it's early, 6 to 9.
It's amazing everything going on down the Cape.
Yeah,
Some of these places I haven't heard of. But I haven't been there since the days of Eamon McGurr's place in Dennisport when I used to sing there with Eamon, and that was a lot of fun.
Well, you know, it's funny. I had Aoife Clancy, Bobby Clancy's daughter.
Yeah.
She's great in the Irish music business. She's a great
absolutely.
singer and a great person. And she said to me one night, we had kind of an after-hour session. We have several of those.
Oh, yeah.
But she said, I don't believe the musicians on Cape. Nobody would ever believe it. You got Patsy Whalen, you got Dave Hickey, you got Sean Brennan, you got Terry Brennan, you got Greg Buckley, you got Christy Henshaw.
Yeah.
You've got a million of them down there. And while I'm on Terry Brennan, he's like one of my kids. This guy has raised over $100,000 for the Jimmy Fund. Tips. People get, and he's going to present it this season at one of the ball games up at Fenway. Great kid, great musician, great entertainer.
Yeah.
So, but you got these guys down there that are absolutely amazing. And you know, Johnny O'Sullivan, you got Johnny Quilter. The names just I hesitate to say them all because you're afraid you're going to miss somebody. But there's a ton of them. And
well, we know that we get Joe MacDonald down there, so we got to get that.
The only thing I am, Jim, is old.
No, I don't know about that.
But you've got some great venues down there, great people.
Yeah.
I'll be at the Lost Dog Parade Day. If anybody in this area wants something to do March 9th, come down for the St. Patrick's Day Parade. We get in excess of 60,000 people down there on the second weekend in March.
Wow,
and
that's incredible.
We probably have maybe 60 bands, all kinds of floats.
Wow,
we
that's
always
incredible.
we had Ray Flynn as the ambassador for the parade one day, Bobby Orr. When I was the mayor of the parade, we had Terry O'Reilly as the Grand Marshal.
Wow.
We had Siobhan Magnus a couple of years ago. We had some great people.
Yeah.
So I like living on the Cape, Jim. I'm probably going to die there.
Well, I always loved my days there.
Yeah.
And one place that I know I missed when they went out of business is the Potting Glass Irish Pub, Hyannis.
Yeah.
We were the group that closed that place the last 4 nights, and we were live on the Larry Glick Show.
I opened that place.
Did you really?
When Frank
and I closed it.
Yeah.
And my friend Larry Glick was on WPZ, and he says, "We got to get you guys on." And I still have a tape of that.
What a shame! That was such a great place.
It was a great place, and I never understood why they closed, because they were the only place that really did a business down there that for Irish music. I mean, they were
they had
all
Mitchell's
the time.
too at the time. Mitchell's was also in existence, but I think what happened there basically was the food. You know? Frank Kelly, a wonderful person, he died like a year and a half ago, had a heart attack.
Oh, that's too bad.
Paul Talbot was a good, they both ran it, and
that
was a hangout for all of us.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It was a shame.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it had some real pizzazz to it.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, we got a call from Kathy, and we'd like to wish her well and hope she's feeling better, and she would like you to sing a song for her, Joe.
Okay, well, I hope she's feeling better also.
Yeah.
You know? I just got over that flu. I hope she's got something that's not too serious. So.
Let's hope so. Yeah, absolutely. Joe MacDonald.
Anyway, Kathy, this is for you. I hope it's appropriate for however you're feeling. When I'm down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come, my heart burdened be, and I am still and wait here in the silence till you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas, and I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. There is no life without its hunger. Each restless heart beats so imperfectly, but when you come and I am filled with wonder, sometimes I feel I glimpse eternity. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas, and I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas, and I am strong when I am on your shoulder. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be. Hope you're feeling better, Kathy. Thank you.
Great job. That's Joe MacDonald here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Now here's a song by Mr. Danny O'Donnell, and this one is called Wasting My Time. Okay, this will go 2 minutes, and we'll have time to get this with a song before the news. So you get another one lined up?
How long do we have?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. We'll have about 6 minutes before. Okay, so we'll do it right after this, and we can chat a little bit.
Yeah, we'll do something.
Mr. Daniel O'Donnell here on WXBR 1460 Sounds of the Emerald Isle. He's a younger brother to the girl from Donegal, Margot. And he used to play in her band years ago until he became a front man, and then probably one of the best known singers in the world from Ireland. The guy does everything: country, folk, Irish, you name it, rock and roll, oldies. He's just incredible. And he records a couple of albums a year and still going strong, and he's still a young guy. Anyway, we have Joe MacDonald in the studio with us today, and Joe is singing some live tunes, which we'll have up on YouTube, and we'll let you know how you can see those. And Joe, how about another live tune for us?
Okay. I forgot to mention one musician on the Cape, Kenny McGilvery. He just had a
Kenny, awesome guy.
80-something birthday.
Yes, he did. Awesome.
And I wasn't invited, and I'm still ticked off. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Kenny.
Kenny's got a great voice.
Nobody does this any better than Kenny, but this is for him. I wish I was in Carrickfergus only for a night, in Ballygrand I would swim over the deepest ocean, all for my love in Ballygrand. Oh, the water is wide, I can't swim over, nor do I have wings to fly, but I'll find me a handy boatman to ferry me over to my love and I. My childhood days bring sad reflections of happy times spent long ago. My boyhood friends and my own relations have all passed on now, like the melting snow. I'll spend my days in endless roaming. Soft is the grass, my bed is free. Oh, to be back now in Carrickfergus, on that long road there, down to the sea. But in Kilkenny, it is reported, on marble stone there, black as ink, with gold and silver, I would support her. But I'll sing no more now, till I get a drink. I'm drunk today, I'm seldom sober, a handsome rover from town to town. Ah, but I'm sick now, my days are numbered. Come all ye young men and lay me down. I'm drunk today, I'm seldom sober, a handsome rover from town to town. Ah, but I'm sick now, my days are numbered. Come all ye young men, lay me down. Come all ye young men, lay me down. That's my pal Kenny McGilvery.
Great job.
Good man he is.
Absolutely, certainly is. Joe MacDonald here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Now here is Geraldine Doyle.
Before they hit you, they always warn you too, don't they? They always say, now, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. I say, well, go easy on yourself then. and where the hell is Kingdom Come?
I think this last week, geez, I could have deleted it.
He is funny.
No, did Americans get sent there, did you?
You know Danny Doyle?
I thought it was only Irish kids got sent
That's his
there.
sister.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Kingdom Come, I thought I was going on a holiday. 3 days I spent looking in my geography book for that place. Eventually I had to ask one of the nuns. I said, excuse me, sister, where's Kingdom Come? She said, one more word out of you and I'll send you there.
That's Geraldine Doyle with some Irish comedy here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Every Sunday, noon to 2. If you like this kind of music, let your friends know. You can get us every week, noon to 2, right here on WVBF 1530 Taunton, Middleborough, and on the internet at hometowntalkradio.com. And if you have any problem with installing a player or listening there, go to our website. There's another link there. You don't need a player, and that link is www.irishradio.homestead.com. We're going to take a short pause for the news, and we'll be right back with one more hour of Irish music, some Irish comedy, and more Joe MacDonald right here on WVBF.
You're listening to AM 1530 WVBF, Middleborough, Taunton, and online at hometowntalkradio.com.
Join us every Sunday for Irish music, comedy, and fun. You can call Jim at 508-822-1106. And now here's Jim with the Sounds of the Emerald Isle.
Do you know this song? Not too many Irish people have done it. I know this is Susan McCann. And I know Dan the Street Singer did it. Al Logan did it. I think Al Logan did it. It was the 1982 Eurovision Song of the Year.
Really?
By a German gal named Nicole. She was a teenager in high school at the time that she wrote this. and she came out with a, sang it in German, but then she came out with an English version, sang it on Val Dunican's Irish TV show.
I remember that.
And that's on YouTube now. It's amazing. I love this song. Nice. She's probably close to 50 years old now.
I really can't do anything.
That is Susan McCann here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. That's called A Little Piece. And my name is Jim Larkin. That song, by the way, that was a Eurovision winner for a German gal named Nicole back in 1982. She was only a high school kid, and I was just telling Joe MacDonald. She was on Val Dunican's TV show in Ireland singing that song in English. She originally sang it in German, and that was a Eurovision winner, I think, in 1982, if my memory is correct. But it's sung here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle by Susan McCann. This is our second and final hour. Joe MacDonald is in the studio singing some live music. Hey, Joe.
Thanks for having me back up here, Jim.
Hey, it's my pleasure, and I love having you. And Kathy called to thank you for that lovely song you sang her. So,
well, I hope she's feeling better.
Absolutely. We certainly do, yeah. Yeah. So how about another live tune for us, Joe?
Okay. I'm thinking as soon as I leave here, I'm going down to the Irish Village. We're doing a chili fest for the veterans.
Oh, yeah.
So we do that every year. So I like this song for the veterans. Actually, it's an old Gordon Lightfoot tune. I kind of doctored it up, like I do everything else. When you can't play it the right way, Jim, you doctor it up. Oh, the neon lights are flashing, the icy wind did blow. Water seeped into his shoes, the drizzle turned to snow. His eyes are red, his hopes are dead, the wine was running low. And the old man has come home from the forest. His tears fell on the sidewalk as he stumbled in the street. Dozen faces stopped to stare, but no one stopped to speak. Castle was a hallway, a bottle was his friend, and the old man stumbled in from the forest. Up a dark and dingy staircase, the old man made his way. Ragged coat around him, as upon his pot he lay. Then he wondered how it happened that he ended up this way, getting lost like a fool in the forest. Now as he lay there sleeping, a vision did appear. On his mantle shining, the face of one so dear, who loved him in the springtime of a long-forgotten year, when the wildflowers did bloom in the forest. Then she touched his grizzled fingers, and she called him by his name, and he heard the joyful sound of children at their game, in an old house on a hillside in some forgotten town, where the rivers ran down from the forest. Hear the mighty roar as a big jet soar above the canyon streets, where con men con, but life goes on, for the thief never sleeps. But for one forgotten soldier, the dawn will come no more, for the old man has come home from the forest. My fellow veterans, thank you.
Great job. Joe MacDonald here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. I wouldn't say you doctored that up. I thought that was great, Joe.
Well, they use it's a little more up-tempo than...
No, great job.
Yeah, I like it. I like a nice song. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, we'll hear more from Joe MacDonald in just a few minutes here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Here's a song now going out to Jimmy and Braintree. and this is by Cathal Dunn.
You have to go back and help, your brother.
That's called The Mom's Lullaby by Cathal Dunn here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. My name's Jim Larkin. We have Joe MacDonald here singing live. Hello again, Joe.
Once again, thanks for having me. Love coming up here.
Yeah, and I think it was around a year ago that we had you before. It was at another station, but...
yeah, it was March 25th. I think it was right after
you got
my
a good memory.
Day.
Okay, you got a good memory.
Well, I looked it up, Jim.
Oh, you did? Okay.
It was right after St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, there's a little more room here.
Yeah, this is great. Very comfortable here.
It is. I love it here. It's a great setup. Everything is right here. Everything works.
Makes me feel like a star.
Well, you are. And people will be able to see this on YouTube. 3 weeks ago, I had my 31st anniversary radio show, and I had some of the city councils from Brockton and one of our state reps and a former police chief in Brockton, and they were here in the studio singing live. That whole show is actually in video on the internet, as well as each individual song. Last week, Jimmy Peters was here. That show, an hour of it is on video, all the songs and all the chatter with Jimmy, as will be this show, hopefully, with Joe MacDonald. And if you go to YouTube, in the message box, type in James Larkin and look for one that says James Larkin's page. You should find it. If you have any trouble, type in WVBF radio or type in council chords, and you should find the page where I've been posting the new stuff. The old page wouldn't let me post something that was as long as the council chords show, so I created a new site, and that let me. So there's several YouTube pages, and I'll try to put links on my webpage, irishradio.homestead.com, to all three. So, Joe, we're going to hopefully get more of your tunes on YouTube. You've got some of your own on YouTube, too.
Yeah, well, I really don't put too much of my own on there. I got a couple I've written that I played,
Right.
And I, for reasons not to be discussed here, I actually threw away a lot of stuff that I had written, but I'm resurrecting it now.
Good for you.
I'm planning in my middle 70s to
good man.
Make a return.
Good man, because we need good music.
Well,
you don't have much good music anymore. It's not as easy to find as it was years ago.
It's not like it was, Jim.
And I love the original music when people write new songs. It's always good.
It's funny. The other night, there's a friend of mine. I had not seen him in 2 years, and I was watching the Americana Music Awards. Now, I don't know if anybody saw them, but the Americana is like folky country blues, and they had some wonderful acts. And I look, and there he is sitting on third row. His name is Duncan Walters, and he's one of these Nashville type A musicians. Guy can read music, an amazing guitar player. And he just came up from Houston, Texas, and he walked into a place I was playing on Cape Cod the night, Flint's, and it was magic. I played till 10 o'clock, then we get through, and then I get Duncan Walters up there to play. But anyway, on the show that he was on, this Americana Music Awards, there was also a great Texas songwriter named Guy Clark, and he's more of a storyteller type songwriter.
Right. Yeah.
But he's been around for 100 years, and I had asked Duncan if he knew him. He said, "Yeah, I was sitting with his guitar player," and I asked him about a song. It's called the Dublin Blues that Guy Clark wrote, and I always kind of liked it. It's kind of salty. It's like a gritty type of song. But I said, Guy Clark looks awful. He said, well, he's got cancer. They did they're doing an album for him now. But he's an amazing writer. But it takes place in Austin, a place called the Chili Parlor Bar.
Yeah.
And they talk about Mad Dog margaritas, and it was always enticing. I said, boy, they must be great. And he said, They're the foulest. They use the cheapest tequila you could ever imagine, and they're terrible. The bartenders have to warn people now. Don't order them. They always ask, well, you heard that song, Dublin Blues, didn't you? But anyway, I'd like to do that for you.
Okay,
if I could
absolutely. Joe MacDonald here on WVBF.
Yeah, it's been fun. This is a Guy Clark one. Kind of gritty. It's my buddy Chrissy Henshaw. I was with him yesterday, and he's not feeling well, so he's got to go on the night Monday. But this is for you, Christy. I wish I was in Austin, in the chilly parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas, not caring where you are. Now here I sit in Dublin, just rolling cigarettes, holding back and choking back the shakes with every breath. So forgive me for my anger, forgive me for my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, and I'll love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish Steps, the day you said goodbye. I'm just a poor boy, work's my middle name. If money was the reason, I would not be the same. I'll stand up and be counted, I'll face up to the truth. I'll walk away from trouble, but can't walk away from you. So forgive me for my anger, forgive me for my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, and I'll love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish Steps, the day you said goodbye. I've been to Fort Worth, and I have been to Spain. I have been too proud to come in out of the rain. Oh, I have seen the David, seen the Mona Lisa too, and I have seen Doc Watson play Columbus Stockade Blues. So forgive me for my anger, forgive me for my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, and I'll love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish Steps, the day you said goodbye. And I wish I was in Austin, in the chilly parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas, not caring where you are. Dublin Blues.
Great job. Joe MacDonald here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. Joe sang that for Chris Henshaw. And right after we take a commercial break, we're going to hear Chris Henshaw in an album called Music from the Harp and Bard right here on 1530 WVBF. in Taunton, Middleborough.
Add a little bit of Irish craft and culture to your shopping list this year with a stop into the Emerald Isle shop. Paul and Pat Lane have been bringing back the finest Irish goods from Ireland for over 20 years. You'll find a unique selection of items including hand-knit and loom sweaters, Irish food, jewelry, and many more unique items. Maybe this is the year for a Connemara Marble Lucky Stone. See all that the Emerald Isle shop has to offer on Marble Street off Route 27 in Whitman. Call the shop at 781-447-2911 2919 for their business hours. 781-447-2919.
Beam and Structural Repair is a Massachusetts and Rhode Island company whose over 50 years of experience allows them to save what others cannot, thereby saving you thousands and even tens of thousands of your hard-earned dollars. Beam and Structural Repair's team of specialized craftsmen bring workmanship and attention to detail to a new level, whether it be repairing your home, garage, or barn. Examples of Beam and Structural Repair's expertise include post and carrying beam repair, sill replacement, barn restorations, buildings jacked, foundations repaired, termite and carpenter ant damage remediated, remodeling, porches, new home, and office construction. Call Walt Murphy at Beam and Structural Repair, specializing in residential and industrial structural repairs, for an estimate at 800-732-8330. And you'll be amazed at how he'll save you time, money, and your structure. Located in Whitman, Mass., Beam and Structural Repair is licensed, insured, a Better Business Bureau member, and has an extensive list of references. Call Walt Murphy at 800-732-8330 today, 800-732-8330.
As a business in the Metro South region, have you wondered whether you have the right insurance in this dynamic business environment? Confused? You should be. How much? What kind? How big a deductible? RFD Agostino Insurance helps business cut the fat and waste in their insurance bill. RFD Agostino Insurance Agency, simple, straight talk about your needs, no matter how large or small your business is. As an agent for carriers, Mark and his staff at RFD Agostino shop around for the best plan and rates for your business. For 2 generations, RFD Agostino Insurance has been servicing the southern New England region. If you can't get to RFD Agostino Insurance, call 800-698-0414 and Mark DiAgostino will come to you. You need to visit RFD Agostino at their new location at 7 Christie Drive off Pleasant Street with easy access to Route 24 in Brockton. Plenty of parking and ready to serve all of your business, residential, and personal insurance needs. Call 800-698-0414 today. You and your pocketbook will be glad you did.
1530 WVBF Talk Radio. In the days I went to courting, I was never tried resorting.
So he said that.
To the ale.
You remember the night you had the guy go out, born bridge on you, committed suicide? I said, yeah, he was on the Coast Guard boat that picked them up.
Oh, jeez.
Trying to get a rope around the guy, he's swinging back and forth, drunk.
Wow.
I knew that last second he didn't want to go because he couldn't get back up.
Wow. Unbelievable.
So isn't that a small world?
Yeah.
This is probably 1969, 1970.
That's incredible. Wow.
The guy seeing me
What a
sitting there
memory.
playing the guitar.
That's Chris Henshaw here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle from an old album, I would say going back to the 70s maybe, I'm not sure, called Music from the Harp and Bard. Joe MacDonald, welcome back.
Thank you.
And
That
Joe-
was a Harp Bard too.
Yeah.
I remember it well.
Yeah, that was great. They had 3 locations. And,
Yeah. Yeah, one in Norwood and one in Danvers.
and Weymouth.
And right,
But
they
that
had
never
actually
did
3.
too well, the Weymouth
No,
one.
no, it didn't.
I remember
the
their
one-
grand opening, they had Tommy Makem, and it wasn't packed, and
Yeah.
the publicity wasn't good, and
Even the one in Norwood, they used to try the rock band bit upstairs or downstairs, and then they had the Irish music, and it almost seemed like it was just trying to flood the market there or something.
yeah.
But-
I remember years ago, too, when I still had a band, after the Harp and Bard in Danvers closed, it was closed for a while, and this Chinese restaurant opened called the Golden Island there. And the guy, Eddie Wong, I think his name was, he decided, well, since that was an Irish music establishment, we want to have Irish music here. So he actually hired us 3 nights a week for the first month. Then he died during the 3rd week, and they never had Irish music. At least not that I'm aware of again there. Whoever took over, they didn't want any music. They just wanted to serve food.
That's strange,
at
yeah.
that time, but.
You know, sometimes people knock success. The place I sold in Dennisport was hugely successful, and they tried to put Brazilian cooking in, and they put reggae music, and died.
Yeah.
Just died, you know.
Yeah. What was that? There was another place Chris Henshaw used to play all the time. It was right over that river on the left, down the street from the Irish Village, in Yarmouth maybe, right over the line. Do
Do you know where I mean?
He played at the old inn there, I know, a lot, but he played at my place an awful lot.
Yeah,
and that was
I know
in Dennisport.
That was Dennisport.
Yeah.
Clinton's,
He would play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday once a month, and then I had him every Thursday. We always did an Irish night, and I'd shake up the bands. Always a big draw.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Big draw.
Yeah.
I paid him too much because he drank me out of house and home. I'm only kidding, but he's one of my dearest friends.
Yeah,
We've
absolutely.
been close pals for 40-something years.
Yeah, he's been over this country, what, good...
he came over, I think, in
63,
63, and he got drafted.
Yeah.
He was in the American Army, and they sent, he got a citizenship as a result of that. And nobody does that song better than him, about the Vietnam War.
Oh yeah, absolutely, The Wall. Yeah.
He's a great singer. Still, even yesterday, as bad as his throat is, he's a great singer.
He is, yeah, absolutely.
And a great showman, great with the
absolutely,
crowd,
no question about it. Chris,
you know, I've known the guy for, 40-something years, Jim, and I still can't understand him. You play golf with him?
Yeah.
You know. He's a great guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so is Joe MacDonald, who's joining us this afternoon on Sounds of the Emerald Owl with some live music. So we have another live tune for us, Joe, today?
I'm just watching the snow come down out there, and that's a beautiful old cathedral, isn't it, that architecture?
Yes, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
But this reminded me of this song. I don't know why, but... The lamp is burning low across my tabletop. The snow is softly falling. The air is still within the silence of my room. I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hand I love on this winter night with you. Once again to be with you. Smoke is rising in the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. I read again between the lines upon the page the words of love that you sent me. If I could know within my heart that you are lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hand I love on this winter night with you. The fire is dying now, my lamp is growing dim. Shades of night are lifting. The morning light steals across my window pane where webs of snow are drifting. If I could only have you here to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hand I love on this winter night with you. Once again to be with you. I would be happy just to hold the hand I love on this winter night with you.
Oh, okay.
Once again to be with you.
Eastern Pennsylvania. You got it. Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jim.
Great job.
That was an old...
Joe MacDonald here on Sounds of the Emerald Owl on WVBF. Now here is Geraldine Doyle.
Isn't it funny the stuff you remember from your childhood? You know, like actually when I go home now, it's kind of sad because my dad isn't there anymore. Well, he died a couple of years ago. It's a good excuse, you know.
The Celtic Rebels.
It's for me, you know, because I had 5 sisters, so that was okay. Well, my little brother, he was the last one in the family. Oh God, he got everybody's hand-me-downs. He went to school in a dress one day. Oh, the headmaster was furious. He was wearing one exactly the same.
There's Geraldine Doyle here on Sounds of the Emerald Owl. Let's get to a request going out to Eastern Pennsylvania. And this is a group called the Celtic Rebels with a song called Fiddler's Green here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle.
For Captain Phil. Tell the old shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates. I'll see them someday in Fiddler's Green. Just tell the old shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates. I'll see them someday, Fiddler's Green.
Fiddler's Green here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle, and that's a request for Eastern Pennsylvania for a group called the Celtic Rebels. My name's Jim Larkin on WVBF 1530 Taunton, Middleborough, and on the internet at hometowntalkradio.com.
St. Joseph Manor. Did you know in addition to long-term care, St. Joseph Manor offers rehabilitation, post-hospital care, short-term, and respite care? St. Joseph Manor is a community of care and a place that works toward making their residents feel welcome, well-known, and where life is worth living. St. Joseph Manor provides short-term rehabilitation, skilled care, including physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, pain management, wound care, intravenous therapy, hospice care, and individual care planning. When caretakers need to rejuvenate or travel, St. Joseph Manor can care for your loved one overnight or for an extended stay. That's St. Joseph Manor at 215 Thatcher Street in Brockton. Call 508-583-5834 or online at sjmbrockton.org. Quality and excellence, respect and integrity for the needs of the whole person, body, mind, and spirit are the commitments of St. Joseph Manor. Call them at 508-583-5834 today. St. Joseph Manor, where hearts are full and love is overflowing. Unlike the New England weather, Frida's commitment to quality ingredients, innovative dishes, and great service never changes. Come on over to Frida's at 105 Copeland Street in West Bridgewater and enjoy a local tradition by having lunch or dinner there. Frida's has been family-owned and operated for over 25 years thanks to loyal diners like you. Everything at Frida's is fresh and prepared there. Plan to join them for lunch or dinner Tuesday through Saturday. They open at 11:30 a.m. or for Sunday dinner when they open at 4 p.m. Have a party or special event coming up? Let Frida's Fine Food and Spirits cater your next event. It's all at Frida's Fine Food and Spirits, where the tradition continues. Check them out on the web at fridasrestaurant.com. Stop by and say hello to Steve and the fine staff at Frida's at 105 Copeland Street in West Bridgewater. That's Frida's Fine Food and Spirits.
Great place Frida's is, and great big piece of prime rib. Check out their prime rib. I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday at Frida's in West Bridgewater. That used to be a place called Muldoon's. Do you remember that, Joe?
I do remember that.
Yeah, Muldoon's. That was quite a spot, and I think it changed in 1987, but now it's Frida's. Joe MacDonald is here singing some live tunes. Yeah. So you got another tune for us, Joe, today?
It's funny, I did a song the other night, After Hours, and the conversation was, do you ever write anything about yourself? And I said, well, that'd be kind of arrogant. But then I kind of get in this humorous kick one night, and I wrote a bunch of stuff that was kind of vacuous. So I consolidated it just to one verse and one chorus, and it actually emanated from a bunch of us old guys sitting around talking about how the ailments we had, you know, back's bad, heart's bad, I can't see anymore, my prostate's killing me, you know, all that stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So anyway, this is what I came up with, and the things that matter most are actually my kids and grandkids.
And what's the name of this song?
It's called Over 60 and Single.
Over 60
well, now
and
it's
single.
like over 70 and single, but but anyway, it's just a little quick thing on my boring life. I'm over 60 and single, and I've lost all my jingle. My angles, they've all dangled astray. The old walnut's gone lazy, and I'm peeing like crazy, and I feel like I'm drifting away. But those grandkids keep smiling, they find me beguiling, and they're mindless of my rights and my wrongs. So to all you Mad Hatters, I find all that matters is those kids and a satchel of songs. I'm over 60 and single, and I've lost all my jingle. My angles, they've all dangled astray. And the old walnut's gone lazy, and I'm peeing like crazy, and I feel like I'm drifting away. I feel like I'm drifting away. Kind of vacuous, but
that's a great little tune, Joe.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes some of those songs after hours that come about, you never know.
Seem more appropriate at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I know. That's when all the songs come out that don't come out during the night.
Yeah.
You know,
the more you drink, the better they sound. But anyway,
so
been a pleasure being up here.
What's that?
It's been a pleasure being up there with you, Jim.
Pleasure's all mine. It's always good to see you, and you just do a wonderful job. We love your music, and this is the good thing about this is not only can people hear this, but they'll be able to see it back.
That might be a
and that
might be a stretch.
I don't know about that. Those clips we have from last year came out pretty good. And they were crammed quarters where we were, but they came out good. This is going to come out even better because there's plenty of room here. Everything works, and you sound
it's a
great.
nice studio.
Yes, studio. It is a nice studio.
Very comfortable.
This is a great operation, a great station, and I love it here. I really do. It's a great place.
Again, thanks
everything works. Everything, as you could see, is laid out in such a. I've never seen a radio station laid out so perfectly, where everything is. You don't have to get up and try to, stretch to grab something or to plug anything. Everything's right there.
Oh, it is. It's great. It's very comfortable.
It is very comfortable. Yeah. So how about another tune, Joe?
Okay. Since we talked about Pete St. John earlier.
Yes.
By lonely prison walls, I heard a young girl calling. Oh, Michael, they are taking you away. Well, you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. The prison ship lies waiting on the bay. All lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. For our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing, and it's lonely round the fields of Athenry. By lonely garden walls, I heard a young man calling. Oh, nothing matters, Mary, when you're free from the famine and the crowd. I rebel, they ran me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. All lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. For our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing, and it's lonely round the fields of Athenry. By lonely harbour walls, I watched the last star falling, as the prison ship sailed out against the sky. But she'll wait and hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay, and it's lonely round the feet of Athenry. All lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. For our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing, and it's lonely round the feet of Athenry. Oh, it's lonely round the feet of Athenry. Thank you, Jim. Fields of Athenry, Pete St. John.
Great job, Joe. Great job. Yeah, Pete St. John. Great writer. Great tunes he's done. And
great stuff.
Yeah, so that was 2 Pete St. John songs you sang today.
Yeah.
I don't know how many songs he's written, but he
quite a few. A ton of them, yeah.
Yeah, he did. He certainly did. And all good. Every
he did.
One of
Ralph
them.
McTell, a lot of those guys.
Oh, Ralph McTell, yeah. I haven't heard his name for a while.
That one,
Yeah.
We're all getting older. You know?
I hadn't planned on it, but
no, I know, me neither.
Life has dished me another, dose. I guess all of us. But what can you do? But hey, it's been great having you on today, Joe.
It's been fun being here.
And I can't wait till we can do it again.
Yeah, I hope so. Hope soon. When my friend
Absolutely.
comes back, and I've got writing that song for the veterans, and maybe we'll come up and do that for you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get these on YouTube in the near future. If you go to YouTube, type in James Larkin, that you should be able to find the page. But if you don't, I'm going to put another listing on my webpage tonight. It'll say YouTube #3, and that's all stuff from WVBF Radio here. Our anniversary show, Jimmy Peters last week, and then when I upload
He
Joe
did a nice
McDonald's.
job. Jim did a nice job.
Jimmy, he
last
did.
week, yeah.
He did a great job, yeah.
I enjoyed listening to him.
He plays everywhere around here. You play everywhere around the Cape, and
We're just
what-
like bad pennies.
Joe, thanks so much again.
My pleasure, Jim.
And
Glad to be up
hopefully
here.
we'll see you again soon. And say hi to my friend Bill Monahan.
I'll say hi to Bill. I'll say hi to Henshaw.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Tell
I'll
him
say hi
hello
to Ken
from-
McGilvery.
Yeah, absolutely. One of these days I'll make it down to the Cape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, thanks for having me.
Joe
Appreciate it.
McDonald here on Sounds of the Emerald Isle. That's going to do it for me this afternoon. Let your friends know you can get us every Sunday from noon to 2 right here on WVBF 1530 in Easton, Massachusetts, and on the internet at hometowntalkradio.com. If you want to check out our webpage, there's another link there to listen on the internet anywhere in the world where you don't have to install any players. And our webpage again is www.irishradio.homestead.com, and to send an email during the week, send that to irishradio@live.com. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll see you next Sunday afternoon.
That was quick.
Well, make it a good one.
Thank you. We'll be a good one.
I know it
What's going to
will.
happen will be better. It's done at 4:30. But all the guys will sit around and pass the guitar around.
Oh, yeah.
Those are good ones.
Absolutely.
I'll see you later, Jim.
All right,
Thank
Joe.
you.
Take care.
You're listening to AM 1530 WVBF, Middleborough, Taunton, and online at hometowntalkradio.com.